Hey guys, Esther here, and today on Recognize Your Level of Crazy and Manage It with EQ, we're going to talk about how to manage the crazy when you're dealing with raw emotion. So guys, recently, I'm sure that everyone at this point has seen what happened in the incident with Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars. And let's just say it was a very, very interesting situation, and something that I don't think any of us really planned to see or even can believe that we saw. There's so much to say about it. I mean, I could probably sit here and go on for 3 hours, but I won't because I do have a day job. And I did want to come on and just make a couple of comments about it because you all know that I love EQ and that is my life. And this was straight up EQ 101, something that you do not do in this type of setting, in this type of situation, scenario, etc. Got my celery juice going here. And so let's talk about it, shall we? Here's the thing. From an EQ perspective, this is straight up a big mess. This was a situation where obviously Will had a lot going on. There was so many different commentaries being done about this story. I mean, so many people doing amazing videos about this situation, and really just was really interesting to see. So many people had so many interesting things to say about it. And I agree with so many of the commentaries. Some of them were discussing that this is not just between Will and Chris. This was also, Jada had a big part in this. And I agree. And so here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to sit here and break all that down because honestly, you guys can do that by watching YouTube. There's a lot of great people doing a lot of this work and really breaking down what's going on from that perspective. But I will say this, that this is a big learning. This is a big learning for all of us. This is a huge learning for us as a population, us as a society. If we can take this and really use this as a learning tool for our youth, for our adults, and for for our teens, anyone who's on the verge of losing their cookies, and showing them what could happen when we do not manage our emotion. I say this to you because I am the creator of this concept, Recognize Your Level of Crazy and Manage It with EQ, for a reason. I have had my moments of losing my cookies at the wrong time. I have learned to see the repercussions of what could happen when you do not manage the crazy. So I am telling you this because I speak from experience, I'm not a movie star. I'm just a person living my life in the regular world, living out my karma like all of us. And I will tell you that on a spiritual perspective, because that's another perspective that I really want to touch on, is that on a spiritual perspective, that's what this is. That's what this is for all of us. We are all part of their journey. This is not just about Will and Jada and Chris and Hollywood and all the people that watch them in the movies. You know, just like that perspective of it. It's not just about them being Hollywood stars. This is about a spiritual beings on a human journey that we are all a part of. And the fact that we all saw it means that this is a lesson for all of us, which means that we all have to tap into our crazy and see, where does our crazy get us in trouble? Where can we correct? Where can we elevate? Where can we keep digging to see what is our crazy that gets us in trouble over and over and again, and work on it. Work on it. I promise you that if you work on it, you will see amazing things happen. So I think that's pretty much all I want to say about this situation. There's so many things being said. There's so many people breaking this down and analyzing it, which is awesome. People are so talented with the videos and they're doing amazing things with this from a good standpoint. I haven't seen one negative thing come through, but I'm sure that there are out there. But that's what I'm saying, is that this is really an opportunity, guys, to really come out of this and go to the next level as a society. Will Smith, Chris Rock, I don't know about Jada so much. I really haven't followed her. But from what I've seen, I think that there's definitely, like she says, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. But I do know the other two guys, and they seem like very amazing individuals that are really trying to create some great things in the world. And her too, I'll be honest, her too, because I think she's really speaking from the heart when she says there's some real healing that needs to happen. I think she's really tapping into her soul, and she's really connecting to it. She just may not always know how to do it. And that's okay, because she's a spiritual being on a human journey too. So we have to really admire the desire of her wanting to really heal her heart. And so she will sometimes go to the extent that is a little out there. A lot of people don't agree with the fact that she's put their stuff out there. But you know what? If that's how she needs it, then that's how she needs it. None of us have the right to judge anyone, because we all are on a spiritual journey trying to get back home. So I will say that I've sat back here now, it's been like 2 weeks, and I've really listened to a lot of commentary, and I just really wanted to say something. Wasn't sure what I wanted to say, but this was it. Is that there was so many different angles here, and so many people want to blame this one and that one, but truthfully, guys, let's go back to the seed level, because those are all symptoms, and those are all, as we call it, the 1%. In Kabbalah, we call it the 1%. It's the part that only the mind, the 5 senses, the limited 5 senses see. The 99% is the part that the 5 senses is beyond the 5 senses. And that is what I invite us to see, is that this was a monumental event that happened for the world to see, so that we as a world, all the souls that are down here at this moment in time that have seen this situation, that we all take this as a learning, and we realize what we need to do as a society, and as individuals to correct and transcend this situation on a global level, which means as a society, which means Hollywood, actors, that whole industry over there, and also us as individuals. We need to do some serious healing, like she said. I agree. But not just from a, like a pop culture, let's heal kind of thing. No. Deep healing, which means really looking at your stuff, really getting some help. If you need to go to counseling, you go to counseling. If you need to read some books, you read some books. If you need to take a class, like a Kabbalah class, miracle, Course of Miracles, those types of things, take some workshops, you do whatever you need to do. But you get some help. And through that process of getting that help and getting your crazy under control, a lot of amazing things will come forth for all of us, because we all affect each other. So, guys, I think this was an incredible situation, and I think that it's an amazing opportunity for us to all go to the next level. And I pray that Will Smith, Chris Rock, and Jada Pickett Smith, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name, Jada, that they do what they have to do to be amazing role models for this situation in the world to come. I really hope that some really amazing blessings come out of this, and that they see this as an amazing opportunity for the rest of the planet and for themselves. And so, guys, with that, thank you for watching. Thank you for being full of courage and having the ability to dive deep within yourselves. Recognize that level of crazy of yours and deep dive into it and fix it and get it under control so that the rest of the planet can continue to move forward and we all get back home sooner than later. Okay, guys, so with that, when you know and understand yourself, the world will know and understand you too. And remember, what's the best that can happen? Okay, guys, all the best.